Hey guys, firstly, I would like to thank you for all the love and support you guys showered for my first YouTube podcast about the book Imperfection. Me and the author Divya Narayana, we are so happy the kind of love and the support which we received after posting the video. And thank you for all the valuable feedback which I received through Instagram, through WhatsApp. I tried to implement on my second video. Here I'm back again with new book, new author, and new interaction. So today we are talking about this book called Leadership Roles Are Not for Women. You heard me right? Leadership roles are not for women. But there is one small change in it. So you can see this, the word not is striked. It means leadership roles are for women. So today we are talking about this author Kavitha Ramakrishnappa. She's not just an author, she's an entrepreneur and she holds 20 plus years of experience in IT industry, and currently she's working as director in a prestigious organization. Kavitha immensely contributed in aspiring and mentoring leaders, and Kavitha believes that women don't need to be empowered, she just need equal opportunities. And Kavita aspires to see more women in leadership roles with titles, and Kavita got this passion to solve problem with growth mindset, and this not only just helped organization but also helped individuals in their careers. Wisdom and humor are two sides of Kavita, just like a coin got two faces. So let's jump into the conversation with Kavita. Yeah. Firstly, Kavita, I want to congratulate you on your first book, Leadership Roles Are Not for Women. So first, when I saw this movie, why this word "not" was strike. So later I got to know leadership roles are for women. So I
Yeah,
mean, how this idea got strike, like striking this "not" word.
I don't know. I was just thinking about the name for the book, and
Mm-hmm.
my editor he suggested a couple of topics, but then I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really like it. Then I just said, okay, let's do this. We will
Mm-hmm.
just keep it as leadership roles are not for women, because I remember people always pushing women down, saying, "Oh, this is not for you." I mean,
Mm-hmm.
though they are not telling you openly, they mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when giving the promotions, promotions happen on the closed doors most
Yeah.
of the times, and I was inside the closed door, luckily. So how they pick up their successors or their backups is always a man picks up a man, a woman also picks up a man, because she feels that no other woman is capable to handle her role. The ego is dominated in those closed rooms. Um, and that is where, okay, I said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the title I want to keep. And yeah, that's how it happened.
But to be honest, I really liked the book because of the pages. It was just 105 pages. So it was
It
so
was very
quick to finish. Yeah.
consciously chosen. Yeah, it was very consciously chosen because I didn't wanted big books where people just
Mm,
shelve it. The moment they
mm,
read 2 to 3 pages, they just shelve it because most of the things are repetitive and things like that.
mhm,
And I didn't wanted people to hesitate picking up my book because of the size
mhm,
of it.
mhm,
And I didn't wanted to put too many things into one book. The
mhm,
focus was very niche. The
mm.
focus was a message to the decision makers. This is not the book for women. This is the book for the decision makers who could be a woman or a man. Yeah.
Okay. And when did this idea of writing this book strike?
I don't remember because I've been writing for ages now.
Okay.
I've been writing on different social media platforms
Mhm,
more than 10, 12 years now. Um, Suddenly I thought, okay, I don't know when it struck me also writing a book, because I've been writing it. The content was already there. It is just that I had to publish a book. How that idea or how what inspired me is, I think, I was just reflecting on those books. I think I have about 8 to 10 books which I've already written but not published yet. When I was looking at it, I said, okay, let me publish. Let me start, publishing. All these has to be read by uh, the wider audience. That is when I realized, okay, I started looking for the publishers, because I didn't know, I had zero knowledge about publishers,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to do something like a self publication. I didn't want it to
Mm-hmm.
spend a lot of money in publishing and printing lot many books and keeping it idle when it is not sold out. For me, it was not about the number of copies sold, but
Mm-hmm.
it is more about who it reaches. Number of copies sold, say for example Sadhguru's, it goes millions of copies,
Yeah.
millions and millions of copies. So Penguin is one publishing house that actually targets such commercial, such big massive pre-booked or pre-printed, even before
Mm-hmm.
the sales happen, they print out and keep it, so that it goes worldwide distribution. And I am not that well known author. For me, I just wanted to start small, and I wanted to release this book for a very niche audience. Not the, not all sectors of life would connect to my book. Maybe corporate people will
Yeah,
connect to
corporate,
my book.
yes.
Yeah, mostly corporate, because most of my life is in corporate. uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought, okay, let me just publish the book, and I started finalizing the publishers, and that's how it happened.
So how do you find balance like business priorities, people impact, and technology decisions?
I think balance finds me. No. I'll not try to balance everything. I don't want to be everywhere, and I don't want to just try hard to balance. I prioritize. Basically, I prioritize. So
Okay.
what is priority for me today? I know
Mm-hmm.
very clearly, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
stick to that priority.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is important to be flexible in the priorities, but that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yeah. So you can't say, oh, 10 things I've defined. This is my
Mm.
priority. I'll stick to it. That'll never work. You will
Yeah.
have to be flexible,
Yes.
and your mind should accept there is something that is intervening, and you need
Mm.
to prioritize this one.
Mm. That's true.
So, yeah, that awareness you should have.
I think problems comes when you keep this fixed mindset. I think we are supposed to be flexible enough to change according to the situations.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And what leadership skills are critical in technology transformations?
See, be it technology transformation or people transformation,
Mm-hmm.
I feel mostly a leader
Mm-hmm.
skills, or something that is very, very, very important is listening.
Mm-hmm.
I feel listening is the most underrated skill when it comes to leadership, or anyone who is in the decision making capabilities. Listening for me is a superpower, because when you don't listen, be it to yourself or be it to others, I'm not saying you have to listen to others always. Listening could be you also listening to yourself. Most of the times we don't listen to ourselves, we just listen to the noise, we don't listen to what we really want. I think any leader, I think listening should be a superpower for them.
Yeah, so recently I came across an article which says like leadership, it's all about active listening. So 80% of active listening and 20% of talking. So I think people are listening to things and they're waiting eagerly to speak out. Like I will listen to your words, but and I'll say out what comes in my mind. They're not listening to analyze things. Is it right, wrong, or is it something validated? I think these are the things which need to be analyzed before listening. I think there are
True,
many times
absolutely.
which you don't have to listen. You just it doesn't need any kind of attention. You just have to ignore. I believe. I think we need to understand which. part needs to be listened and which part needs to be ignored.
Yeah, for that you need to listen.
Yeah. Yeah. End of the day, we are supposed to listen. What are the hidden barriers do women still face in leadership today?
Hidden barriers are too many. Too many that is not visible.
Mhm.
The one which is visible is is not what is really a barrier.
Hmm.
Invisible barriers are more than the visible ones. The visible ones are like, you don't have the skills, or you
Hmm.
don't have leadership skills, you don't have commanding skills, you don't have communication skills. Those are all visible barriers. Invisible barriers, there are different and altogether a different ball game.
Mhm.
Invisible barriers could be ego clashes, conflicting. There could be other hidden factors that
Mhm.
the leaders might not upfront mention to you. So more than visible barriers, I think
Mhm.
the invisible barriers is something that every day we deal with. Every
Mhm.
day, whether it is women or a man, they deal their own invisible barriers that we cannot speak out uh,
Yes,
in an open place. When you speak out also, we are just they are just silenced, so as if it's not existing because it's not visible.
that's true. Like
Yeah.
survival skills needs to be on top priority.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Belief in
So
yourself. I
yes.
think belief in ourselves is something that is very priority,
Yeah.
if you ask. Yeah.
So how can organizations create environments where women can thrive?
Okay, this is a very delusional question. We cannot create an environment where women
Mm-hmm.
can thrive.
Mm-hmm.
We can only uh, make them feel heard. I think it is, again, going back to the listening thing. When you feel heard, when you feel seen,
Mm-hmm.
your half of the work is done. And it's not necessary that it is for women or man or something like that. It is for anybody. This is basic. This is like bare minimum. They give fancy biscuits, fancy, all these gifts, that, this, and all, but they treat you like a shit. That doesn't work. And you're not being heard, you're not being seen. I mean, even
Mm-hmm.
if you just give lot of gifts, it doesn't make sense. So if you ask me, the organization should, listen and hear, the employee should be heard and seen, instead of just giving them gifts, making them play some games, and just doing the tick in the box. No, that shouldn't be the case. It's always important to create an environment where people feel heard and people feel safe and seen. Yeah.
That's very important. I think every employee joins in an organization to make some changes I mean, to bring some value to the table. And somewhere when the efforts are not being heard and the efforts are not being recognized, I think they step back and move for other organizations. This is happening frequently. I think job change is such a frequent thing nowadays, and it has become more common. And people are making it as it's just a new normal thing which is happening. So why organization is failing to retain employees? So any changes can be made so that they can retain the employees who are already working, so that they cannot leave the organization and look for other places.
Like I said, you need to prioritize employees. Like, they have to be heard. If somebody does a good job, they need to be,
Mm-hmm.
appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody does bad, or if they are not up to the mark, they need help. They should not be scrutinized. They should be motivated. There should be trainings that address the issue. It could be issue with the person's attitude. How will you train the person's attitude? Attitude is something that has to come from him, not from us or not from external. So what is that I as a leader can do or help better his attitude? When we get into the root causes of it, employee feels okay, somebody is there to guide me, somebody is there to motivate me. This one, I think it is more to do with the leaders as well as individuals. It's like two hands, you need two hands to clap. It shouldn't be like one-sided effort. um, like for example, if you ask me why I stayed in a company for 10 years, is because I felt heard, I felt seen. I felt I was getting good opportunities for the skills I have, for what I bring to the table. Um, so if somebody is listening to you, somebody is seeing your effort, somebody is appreciating your effort, I think it's a human mentality to stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're not seen, when you're not being heard, when you're treated as invisible, that's when people just leave. They don't care about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sensitivity is something somewhere it is getting a bit lost these days, because each one of them are prioritizing their own career, their own way of doing things, or their own promotions,
Mhm.
and they're least bothered about others. So that's a very bad situation to be in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
still
So
happening.
there are few people who still care for others, who still,
Mm.
it's not everybody again, but maybe the percentage has come down, but we have not zero yet.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of good people as well. You
I
need to
think
find such people.
yes, that's very important. And
Yeah.
what guidance would you give to women who are hesitant to step into leadership and men who want to be allies?
The only guidance I would like to give the women is read the book. Read my book.
Mm. Mm.
For men, also read my book. So I think that is, I put it everything there. So I can't give more guidance than what I mentioned
Okay,
in the book,
that's a good
but it
one.
is up to the
I
individual to
think
do it.
that's a good
Yeah.
way to promote book again.
I've written it with all my experience, with most of my experience. So I think it's important. See, when you don't even understand what
Yeah,
I write in the book, even if I
that's true.
tell you the whole of the night, okay,
Yes.
this is what you have to do, you will not do it. As simple as that. You will not do it. So why I should give a message here also? It's like you have to read the book.
Okay.
There's no one switch for the leadership. There's
Okay,
no
guys.
one button.
Guys, please do read this book and let me know in the comment box about the leadership point of view.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what differentiates a manager from a leader in your view?
I think manager is more of a position.
Mm-hmm.
Leader is more of a responsibility.
Okay, that's a good one. Can you share a time when you made a tough leadership decision and what you learned from it?
There's so many tough decisions.
One which is close to
I
your
was,
heart.
I was, I was always called Lady Rambo in my office. Because people hated me for because I was
Mm.
kind of infusing a lot of good things to them. People start hating you when you actually try to do good
Mhm.
things. So I was very confident. I used to be like, even if 100 people hate me, it's okay. I go on with the
Mhm.
same process. I mean, call it fixed mindset or call it a vision oriented. But I was like, no, if this is wrong, this is wrong. Even if my manager or anybody does it, it is wrong. I used to call it out. I used to say, no, this
Mm.
is wrong. And some people used to hesitate to call out on senior managers. I used to just call out. I used to say, this is not how it should work. So I think it is important to listen to your own voice or intuitions,
Mhm.
than even if 100 people, thousands of people around you are saying you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, they're pointing fingers at us and saying you're wrong, you're being very bossy, you're being very kind of Hitler and things like that. No, because my job needs it. I'm being paid to get things done. I am not doing things. I'm getting things done. And getting things done is the most difficult job in the world.
Mhm.
You doing things is okay. But
Mhm.
getting things done like how you want from the other person who is nowhere related to you, who is
Yes.
just an employee in the organization, and you're also the employee in the organization, how will you get things done if you don't have a vision yourself?
Got it.
So I think believing in our own vision and sticking to it and trying to be a bit flexible here and there, I think we need to find the balance.
That's an interesting point of view. So, next question. Have you seen mindset shift in leadership culture over the years?
Yeah. um Mindset shift, yes, because
Mm-hmm.
see, each leader has their own style of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Some leaders, they get things done in a very nice way, and they take a route um, that is like, not hard on people. Some people just take a route of hard leadership, like for example dictative, authoritative kind of a leadership style. Some people go as a servant leader, like for example, when I say servant leader, it could be like, what others people expect, they are just doing it. They
Mm.
just do it like our servants in the house. What we expect, they just do it. And there are different varieties of leadership styles. um, the mindset of a leader has definitely changed over years. More people look for a title to lead.
Mm.
I feel that's not required at all. You don't need a title to become a leader. You become a leader, then you get a title. I think that mindset shift is slowly happening in the industry, but most of the people, they want title to lead. That mindset should actually shift. Yeah.
I think that's a good statement. Like, first you should turn out to be a leader, then you'll get a title. I think people need to address him, like especially politicians of our country. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. What common mistakes do early career professionals make?
They think they know everything,
Mm-hmm.
or they think they don't know anything.
Okay.
Okay. They should be a learner when they
Mm-hmm.
come in,
Mm-hmm.
and they should also try to understand or know what they already know. At least if they have that
Mm-hmm.
clarity, it becomes easy for them, and they don't get drifted away with a lot of things that happens with them. If they know what they know, if they know what is that they are aware of, I think that's most important. These days people just say, oh, I know everything. They just don't listen, they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what we are trying to do, what we're trying to say. But they come with that preloaded thing saying that, oh, I know everything, I know everything, I don't
Mm-hmm.
learn. I know this, I know that. I think that is the biggest hurdle they need to cross. They should come, like they should know what they are. They should be aware of what they know. At the same time, they should be open to learn, open to different perspectives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you were into this hiring manager thing, so I want to talk behalf of people who are getting rejected. like for jobs, like they're not able to land a job. So I want to talk behalf of freshers. So I'm fresher and I don't know anything. So I got to know there is a job availability in your organization, and what are the things which I'm supposed to do before getting into the interview. So how do you suggest the preparation? Because I believe like somewhere freshers need to be trained and they don't know, they're clueless. They just need to be guided like this is how you're supposed to do things. So what I believe like you're supposed to read out the job description, and there are certain keywords you're supposed to mark it down and learn about those keywords, and train yourself and go for interviews. This is what I believe. So if apart from this, is there anything which they can learn and come to interview which will help them to land a job?
Okay, maybe they need to see when we are interviewing a fresher, the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer also knows he's a fresher.
Mm-hmm.
He or she is a fresher, the interview already knows. So there's zero expectations, firstly,
Mm-hmm.
about the knowledge what you have. Okay, you come with a degree certificate, you come with, zero experience, you just come with the degree certificate, right? What
Mm-hmm.
I can expect from you
Mm-hmm.
is the attitude you show during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is mostly to do with the soft skills
Mm-hmm.
than the skills that are trainable. We can train you on the job,
Yeah.
we can train you other things, but attitude, confidence, without showing the overconfidence. I feel, that overconfidence sometimes kills us during the interview. That,
Mm-hmm.
saying, I know everything, I've done this project, I've done that project. Like, you are just killing it right there. Yeah. We don't expect, or the interviewer doesn't expect you to know everything 100%. It is the way you take, the way you present yourself in the interview,
Mm-hmm.
the way you speak, the confidence levels. Okay. And it's just like, the salt in the dish, right? It shouldn't be too much, it shouldn't be too less. It
Yes.
shouldn't feel the absence of it. It shouldn't feel the presence too much loud about that salt itself, because nobody will enjoy it, right? So I think that balance is something that we look forward for during the
Yes.
interviews.
And somewhere I feel so when there are times where I have given interviews and I was not given any kind of information from the organization, and where I felt like I was clueless. I have no idea like what's happening in the back end. Either I'm selected, either I'm not selected, and am I supposed to look for other job? So they just keep you on a hold, like please wait. There is something going on in the back end. So at that moment, are we supposed to keep looking for other jobs, or are we supposed to just wait for a call from them? So how do you expect them to stay at certain situations?
Irrespective of whether you're in the job or not
Mm-hmm.
in the job, you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't stop giving interviews.
Hmm.
Okay? Even if I have a full-time job, I
Mm-hmm.
keep giving interviews four times in a year.
Oh.
Okay? More than that sometimes. It's
Hmm.
not the idea of leaving that job,
Mm-hmm.
it is getting the experience of being interviewed.
Hmm.
When you're interviewed, you are learning so many things, your confidence level increases.
Mm-hmm.
So many things that will help you prepare better for future interviews. Okay,
Hmm.
my suggestion is, irrespective whether you are a fresher, whether you have 20 years of experience, don't stop giving interviews.
Even if they don't have any idea to leave the company, they are supposed to give interviews. You suggest.
That's what I practice.
Okay.
Even if I don't want to leave my company, I'm very happy with my company. I still give
Mm-hmm.
interviews. I still give interviews. That
Mm-hmm.
takes me to a different confidence level.
Nobody said this before. I will try this. because I thought like we are supposed to give interviews only when you're making a move. So so this is a whole new
Nobody tells you all
concept.
Nobody tells you all these things. Only Kavita can do that. Yeah, yeah. No, because it is
Uh-huh.
what you practice. You just have to share it
Mhm.
with people. If it is helping you, it will help others as
Mhm.
well. So I'm
Mhm.
not gatekeeping information. I'm not keeping it as a
Yeah.
secret. Oh, secret weapon. I want to keep it to myself. That's not the thing. Even if I have job, even if I've joined a company that is paying me well, that is I'm in a very good position, I still give interviews.
Hmm.
I don't have to fit into that role 100%. When for example I'm working as a director now for an
Mhm.
organization,
Mhm.
if I get a one level down interview also, I'll face it. I'll just pick it up and say, okay, bring it on.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you talk to people, when you try to understand what are the questions they are asking, you
Mhm.
will see the gap between your skills and the competency they need.
Hmm.
You will definitely, that's a learning opportunity. For me, interviews have always been learning, whether I am giving an interview or whether I'm taking an interview. So it is always a learning. I see from that angle always. If I am conducting an interview with another person, I see what I am learning, what he knows.
Hmm.
Yeah. When I am giving an interview, I will remember those questions what the guy threw to me. It's such a fantastic place to be in, you know. Your way of thinking. Sometimes I don't even prepare for interviews. I just go walk in spontaneously. I'll just answer spontaneously because you don't have to mug up everything. You
Hmm.
don't have to be prepared 100%. Okay, yeah, fine. If I don't get selected, it's fine. I still have a job, or I have a confidence that I'll get a job. There are so many times where I have left. I mean, in every companies I've worked, I think I've worked for 5 companies now. This is the sixth company. So
Mhm.
every company I have quit my job,
Mhm.
gave 3 months notice,
Mhm.
then I looked out for a job,
Okay.
and within that 3 months, I've got into another company.
Wow.
During that notice period is something that I would look for a job. I start
Hmm.
giving interviews because, for me, serving the notice period is also very important, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I have never, I mean, thanks to the way I've been brought up,
Mhm.
because I've never lived in that scarcity of not having a job. I've always
Mhm.
believed in 3 months' time I will get a job, even if I have given zero interviews. Somewhere the alignment will happen. That is my strong thought process. And it
Hmm.
has happened. All the 5 companies, this is what has exactly happened.
Yeah.
All the 5 companies.
I think it's
Yeah.
a strong belief instead of the thing that is the kind of belief which you carry in yourself that I will get a
You
job
know,
at
one
within
belief,
its
one is
time.
actions. Your
Mhm.
belief should be backed by the actions. You can't
Mhm.
just believe, sit in the puja room and just keep believing, 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 no actions. Then
Yeah,
nothing will happen.
that's true.
Beliefs should be backed by actions.
Mhm.
If you don't take action, the belief is zero. The belief is just 1%, 99% is the action.
It
Yeah.
was like an enlightenment for me.
Yeah, if you
Yes,
have that
yes,
99% and you don't
yes.
have belief, then you are not going to,
Mm-hmm.
go anywhere. You need that
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yes.
That is what it is. It's 100%.
Yeah.
It's not one there, one here, or 99 here and one here. You
Mm-hmm.
need to have the belief to believe in that 99%, in that actions you're taking. Okay, this is like you have a fuel in your vehicle, okay,
Mm.
but you don't know driving.
Yes,
How will it move?
that's true.
Yeah, how will it move? See, just imagine you nim gadi purti full tank ಇದೆ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the belief.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not even putting the key and starting, ಆ fuel ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Yeah.
What will the fuel do? You just have to put the fuel onto yourself and burn yourself. Without actions, belief is zero.
I think
Yeah,
confidence, clarity, it comes with actions.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Actions, whether
guys,
you fall, whether you fail, actions are very important. ಆಯ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಗಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ತಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ತಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ತಳ್ಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ತಳ್ಳಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಯಾ
yeah. One leadership myth you wish people would stop believing.
like I said,
Hmm.
they need title to lead.
Okay.
That's
So
the
these are
one
the. Mhm.
they have.
Okay. So these are the rapid fire questions, five rapid fire questions. So a habit or a routine that keeps you grounded.
ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ
Okay,
laughing
secure.
at myself, maybe laughing at myself.
Okay.
That keeps
Uh,
me grounded.
okay. A book, mentor, or experience that deeply influenced you.
There's one book which is called 1 Minute Wisdom
Mm-hmm.
by Devashish Chatterjee.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like a very, I mean, it really opened a lot of dimensions for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's very good, a very, very recent one. And
Okay.
by the way, I'm not into reading books.
Okay. It's not
I
into
don't
reading
read.
books, but you write
I
books.
I do write books, but I'm not into reading. I don't read many books because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I feel it's overwhelming reading
Mm-hmm.
too many things, and your
Mm-hmm.
ideas gets manipulated.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, what does success mean to you today? Has it evolved over a time?
I think success is a bubble that we have created,
Mm-hmm.
and we try to always be in that bubble. Success, success, success. Chase that bubble, and try to be in that bubble. I think it's very success is like you should keep
Mm-hmm.
going instead of just being in one place and saying, oh, I'm succeeded now, I'll just sit and relax. No, it should, when you, the moment you start going away from that success and creating another success, it's like it's an ongoing journey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you could give one message to aspiring leaders listening today, what would it be?
Be yourself.
Okay, in just one word, it was like a six.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Kavita, thank you so much. Like it was lovely talking to you overall. Because this is something which I always wanted to have a conversation, regarding interviews and regarding the book leadership skills. There were so many myths and there were so many things which I was not aware of. So I think after this session, I got to know so many things, and I'll definitely give a try every year interview thing. So anybody who watches this podcast session, like if they find this valuable, please comment down and let us know how this worked for you. Is this video session added any kind of value? It will be helpful for us to make things better in our next video, so that we both can come together and if I think there are certain ideas which you carry, even I carry, I think which we can share it together with audience. It might help them because I learned certain things which really helped me, and maybe it might help other people as well.
sure. Yeah, the one thing I would want to leave this
Mm-hmm.
this video, basically you don't wait, you say, okay, you see a JD and say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't have these skills, I don't have those skills, I don't have,
Huh.
you reject yourself.
Yes.
Okay? When you reject yourself, you are just losing on opportunities. Even if you're 50%, 40% fits that profile, that JD, just
Hmm.
go apply.
Okay.
Okay, all you have to do is apply. Okay, because you have done your action from your end. Okay, other person who picks you or selects you, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ನಾವೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you think that I am not a fit,
Hmm.
you're already rejecting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So don't reject, just apply. I think the other person's job is to select you or reject you. ಅದು ಆ ಕೆಲ್ಸನೂ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೆಲ್ಸ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ?
That's I think that's where the problem is. Like ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂತ, like you will never be ready. ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Like you should just give a
Even if
try.
you fit in 40%, even if you fit in 30%, just apply.
Hmm.
Just apply. Action speaks louder than words.
This is the best advice. I will take it and I will apply it in my life. Because to be honest,
Sure.
I was always looking for a mentor who can guide me in terms of interviews. Because whenever I used to give interviews, it was like I used to watch YouTube videos. If not, I used to go for Glassdoor, Ambition Box, and search for the company, how things are going on, and like what are the salary for the job roles. So this is how I used to follow. But apart from this, I wanted to talk to someone who is already cracked some interviews and landed in a good position. I think that's when we learn things. Who already cracked certain things, and if we interact with them, maybe their experience might help us. We can
True.
avoid the mistakes which they did in the previously.
Sure. Sure. Thank you for having me, Sachin. Wonderful talking to you as always. And you take care. All the best.
Thank you, Kavita. And I think now it's the editing chopping part, and I'll share you the link once it's done. And thank
Sure.
you for taking time. And finally, we made it. I'm really happy. And once again,
I'm really,
congratulations on your book, Leadership Roles Are Not for Women. Sorry, it's
thank
Leadership
you so
Roles Are
much.
for Women.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Bye
Kavita.
bye.
Have a great day ahead. Bye.
You too.